David and Linda have been married for 3 years. For the last 2.5 years, David has been living in the car because Linda's children don't want him around. And there's a lot, incredible hostility here. Brandy's afraid of him. Jeff says that you have, get her into a life of prostitution. Is that true? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you two. 1 second.
Before I came along.
I'm going to ask if it's okay if you two would just leave the stage for a moment. I'll bring you back later. I want the parents to talk just now, okay? All right. Now, without hitting each other, let's have you two talk.
David, I do love you with all my heart.
Now, you proved it for the last 3 years.
David, you won't help me do nothing.
I would help you, Linda, if you have your kids respect me.
You got to show them respect to get
How many times I taken the trash out when I was staying there? How many times I burned, cut the grass? How many times I brought food into that house? You're a liar. I brought food in there more than once.
Oh, David.
I brought it in every day when I was working in Columbus. Yeah, I did.
When did you work in Columbus?
For 2 weeks, Linda. Until the car got messed up by the kids and I couldn't go no more.
David,
I go out to go to work and 3 tires are flattened by them. So then I'm late getting to work and I lose the job.
If you would just please, every time I ask you to get a job, you'll say, no, I'm not working in Ohio. There's no job worth working in Ohio. You won't work on the inside.
Well, the truth is, Linda, I'm not doing nothing to disrespect the kids. If they can't respect me,
I know, but I'm not.
And you don't make them respect me, so you don't respect me.
You don't respect me by telling me I'm a whore and a slut and cussing me out and hanging up on me.
Who made you be a whore?
You.
No, I didn't. I begged you one night, you tried that, and I begged you, and you took the money home to the kids.
David, you sat in the car and had me walk the streets so we could get money to go buy dope.
Because I sat in the car to make sure nobody hurt you, because I tried 4 hours to talk you out of it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did, Linda. And you was a whore 3 years before that. For 3 years, buy clothes and stuff, because your kid needs this and needs that. Yeah, you sure were.
Okay, even
your
if
ex-husband got you into that.
Even if I was, like a...
Not even if you were, you were.
That should show you that nobody is going to take a place
I'll tell you what,
for my kids.
Today is the decision, girl.
Well, if you would get a job...
No, not if it... Shut up and listen to me. Today is the decision. If you're going to make your kids respect me, I'm moving back into the house. The picture of your ex-husband and the photo of them kids are coming off the wall. It's either going to the burn barrel or in Jeff's room. And we're going to be a family. And the kids are going to respect me. They don't have to like me, but they're going to respect me as your husband and as their stepdad. And that's it. That's the bottom line.
Can I talk now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Get a job. Get a job. Every time I ask you to get a job, you won't work inside, you won't work outside. You won't do this, you won't do that. There's no
when my
job
car's fixed a second time, I will.
You could have fixed your car, and the only reason why you're staying in your car is because you won't respect my kids. You won't help me out on my house. You won't help me out on the bills. You won't do
being spit on and threatened to be and everything else, and my
David,
car being destroyed. No, I don't respect nobody that don't respect me.
How many times have you said you're going to knock out of my kids?
After all this, yeah.
I love you to death. I told you when we first got married I didn't want to get
You don't love me at all. That's it. You don't love me at all.
That's why I do everything for you.
You don't respect me, you don't love me.
That's why I do everything for you, right?
Well, you'd have your kids respect me.
When I asked you where you're at, you'll say it's none of your business. Would you tell me, if you ask me something, if I tell you, well, I don't know, you get mad at me, you call me a whore and a slut and a bitch and hang up the phone on me and everything else, and then you call me back just to do it again. Like last night, you got mad at me because I rubbed Steve's head.
No, I got mad at you because what the...
Because I rubbed his head, excuse me. Excuse me. I rubbed his head like this.
I love you with all my heart. I wouldn't have been in the car for 2.5 years. Hitchhiking for 4 hours to get to your house while the kids in school, through rain, snow, whatever, 102 degrees temperature. Hitchhiking back, just spend 2 hours with you. Hitchhiking when you got a doctor's appointment for 15 minutes with you if I didn't love you. And then you pull like that.
If I didn't love you, I wouldn't have been with you now. I wouldn't have married you in the first place. Your own kids don't want to have nothing to do with you. I love you to death.
My kids do have something to do with me.
They call me Mommy and they call you David.
They call me Dad when
they need something.
No, Nicole calls me Dad.
You even said that, David. I love you to death. I do love you to death. I just wish
I don't care what they call me. They call me a son of a bitch. I don't care.
I just wish we could work
They're my
this
kids.
thing out. I want to work this thing out.
The only way we can work this out, Linda, is you make your kids respect me.
If you respect them.
I do respect them.
No, you don't. No,
Right.
I've seen that, David. I love you to death.
Right. I woke up
But
there. I
nothing
woke
is
up
going.
to the
I
house
love my kids
just like
to
it was
death.
on the tape. Just like,
Nothing will
Linda,
replace my
Linda,
kids.
Just like on the tape. I walk up the house to ask for you, and Jeff comes out and knocks my hat off and tells me to get away, not to come back. I call you. He calls me a punk. Call me his bitch. You know, how can I respect something like that? I don't want to respect
He's
him.
a kid. You're acting like a kid. You're acting
I don't
worse
care who
than
he is. You don't disrespect me. I spent 2 years in Nam. I ain't not being
disrespect me just
disrespected.
because you was in Vietnam don't mean the world has to evolve around you, David.
I demand respect when I walk the streets.
Well, I demand
and I demand
respect
respect
from
in my house.
kids. I demand
And if
respect
y'all
from
fucking live my life, you know, I paid my dues.
Well, then help me. Help me pay the bills. Help me do the house.
In fact, I'm a highly decorated vet. I got
I
two
don't
Purple
see that
Hearts,
medal.
two Bronze Stars, and
I
two.
don't see no
You
medal.
don't have to. I got DA-214s to state it.
It
And
don't
two
matter.
presidents
That
to start
doesn't
I'm a
have
highly
thing-
decorated
It doesn't
vet.
have a thing to do with how you treat me and my kids. If
I
you love
treat
me like
people
you
with the
did-
respect they give me. They get back. They don't give me no respect, they don't get none. And you don't love me or you respect me, and make them respect me. That's it. That's the bottom line.
You respect my kids, you respect me, you help me out, you get a job, everything will be different.
Let me ask you a question.
Boy, when I had a job, it wasn't different.
You never had a job.
Yes, I did.
Never.
I worked 8 months
Not
in
when we
Tennessee.
was together.
Yes, I have.
Okay,
We
let
wasn't
me-
together at that
let me
time.
I
interrupt.
worked and helped a man build a home, too.
Okay. All right, let me ask you this question. All these years, let's say these last 3 years, you seem like you're in pretty good physical shape. Why?
Do I look like I'm good physical shape?
Yes. You get around pretty well. Why don't you have a job? Why don't you have a job?
I don't
I'm
got
not
a car.
arguing with you. I'm asking.
I don't have a
Please
car.
don't give the car. There are a lot of people that have jobs that maybe don't drive to work, okay?
It's a 2-hour drive, Jerry, to the nearest decent paid job from my house.
What do you mean your house? You're living in a car.
Well, where the car is parked, I'm sorry, where her house is. It's a 2.5-hour drive to a
Wendy's is
decent
right
job.
there.
Well,
Wendy's
wouldn't
right-
it make sense? And I'm not trying to pick an argument with you. I'm trying to learn. Tell me here. Why wouldn't you, rather than living in a car, which you yourself said is not very comfortable, 102 degrees, you're telling us, okay? Rather than live in the car, why not kind of bring that car to where the job is and get a job and live in that neighborhood and work and maybe get an apartment, live in a place? Why do that? Why put yourself through this? Because I see how angry you get. And I got to tell you, right now, I can't imagine right now the four of you living in the same house. I'm not here to make a judgment, and I'm not saying you don't love each other, but this is crazy for you guys to live together. There is so much
I love
anger.
him to death. I love my kids to death. I don't.
Want to bring out the kids?
I mean, nothing that nobody can replace your kids.
I understand. I'm not asking you to choose.
I'm not
Bring out
asking you to
the kids.
choose either, Linda.
Bring 'em out.
I'm just asking due respect as your husband and stepfather and kids. You know? That's all I'm asking.
Who you gonna choose, Mom?
See, they're asking you to choose, and they have for 3 years. I ain't asking
Where's
you
that
to
ring
choose.
at? Good. Let it stay up there.
What if you said,
They have for
yeah,
3
what,
years.
okay, hold on. What if in trying to find some grounds here, there may not be any, but what if you simply said, look, because I know you love your mother, and you see how your mother is hurt by having always to choose. Obviously, you come first. And she said that. She loves her children. That's unconditional. But she also happens to love this man, not a man you would have chosen, but she loves this man, and she's got him living in a car. It's your mom. Look, when this show's over, I'm not going to see you guys again. Your mom's hurting. Is there some way that you can make life better for your mom?
If he would leave, it would be so much better.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to have to choose.
Eventually she'll have to. I'm serious. Like in 2 years when I'm 18, she either spend it with me now or us fighting forever. Because when I hit 18, I'm leaving the house, and she'll never see me again for a long time.
Why would you say
You're
that
going
to
to do
your
that
mother?
anyway,
Because
Jeff.
I'm leaving. I'm going to Tennessee, and after that, I'm going to join the Army.
That's my house regardless, David.
And it's going to be forever.
You're
I don't want your house, Brandy. I don't even want to be around you. I can't even stand your voice.
Why do you, well, like, my God, I can stand yours, can't I? You sound like a little mouse.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You want me to get, that's all you are, David. Look at your, when you get mad, David, when you get mad, you look like a freaking blowfish, and you didn't want my mom to go to my grandmother's funeral.
Yes,
That's
I
a
did,
bunch of
Lynn. Yes, I did.
No,
yes, I
you
wanted
didn't.
her to go
All
to
right.
the funeral.
No, you didn't.
Okay, this
You don't
obvious.
care if your mom died. That's what your exact words that came out of your mouth. And then she died, and I ain't going to her effing funeral. Forget her. That's bull, David.
I went to my mother's funeral.
Yeah. Right.
My wife didn't go, but I did.
No, you didn't, David. You stood
All right,
right
all right,
there
all right. Let's
beside
not
your-
revisit that. All right, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen? Because I got to end this.
I love him, I love my kids, but if he can't straighten up, I don't want to lose either one of them, but I ain't going to lose my kids.
Of course not.
So if he can't straighten up and get a job and help me out, then he's going to have to
Hey! How do you like it, buddy?
Are you willing to go out and get a job? Or try to get a job?
I've
Maybe
had
that's the
jobs.
first
I've
step.
had jobs. It don't matter.
stay on the corner with the sign.
No. Working in Tennessee. Working in...
It wasn't when I was with you.
Yes, it was, Linda.
My
We'll
hands
be
are
back.
swelled up 3 times.
You
a
got
day.
the out of you 'cause you...
Thanks for watching. Now please approach the bench. The way I look at it, you have 2 options here. Option A, watch more Judge Jerry. Option B, watch more Jerry Springer. The choice is yours. Now get out of my courtroom. You have more clips to watch. And don't forget to subscribe.